Alright guys, Denki Kaminari deck profiles finally here. As per usual, I hate those people that do deck profiles and like they show the cards one at a time and stuff like that. I'm very cognizant of people's times. Here is the full deck. If you guys just want to take a look. There you go. Okay. Because I know how it feels sometimes. You're watching a deck profile and then people put down like 3 cards at a time or 4 cards at a time and just like, can I see the full deck list? So there you guys go. I try to make my videos as if I was watching my own content. So if you guys just care about the deck list, this is what I'm running. But with that being said, guys, this is my version 1 Denki Kaminari. I am going to be making a ton of changes, and as per usual, I am a beginner to universes. I'm a beginner to UVS, UFS. This is my first version of Denki Kaminari, and I've tested it against 2 people. One, it went decent. Another one, I got completely clapped. But both times, I learned a ton. In my next video, I'm actually going to be making a video talking about the learning process and taking losses and all that stuff in this type of a game. But for now, let's go ahead and get into the deck profile. So the idea with Denki Kaminari, obviously, he has his response effect where you can basically wipe everything from your card pool, put it into your momentum, and then ideally you want to use Blitz Rush, go and just go ape shit. Yeah, you might have to go all out and you might be completely defenseless on your opponent's turn, but ideally your goal is to completely chunk them out, maybe even win the game by the time you use that once per turn effect. Just slowly stacking up, slowly building up your momentum. Right off the bat, I'm telling you guys, I'm probably going to add some more attacks to this lineup, maybe, just because I do feel like there are times where I felt like I had more. I wish I had more attacks because I was drawing into more foundations. But that's basically the idea behind Denki Kaminari. Also, the strategy that I've started to like kind of develop was wanting to commit as much of my opponent's foundations because all of his attacks have stun. Literally every single attack has stun on it. But then also his enhance allows you to commit another rival foundation, and that one is targeted committal, so that's really good. Then he has other foundations to commit, and so the idea is to try to commit as many of your opponent's foundations as well, so it's harder for them to pass control checks on the defensive end when you go on offense, right? Because obviously at the end of the day, if they, doesn't matter how much damage your attack is, if they can successfully block the zone and pass a control check, they take no damage. So the goal is to increase your speed. The goal is to try to reduce their foundations in their staging area, so it's difficult for them to pass their control checks and allow you to get successful attacks off. And so that's why we play 2+ Ultra as well, to hopefully discard 1 momentum, since we'll have a ton of momentum and double our speed. But we run 4 Electric Jolt, 4 Electric Surge, 3 1.3 million volts, 3 Blitz Rush 3, not 4, because we do want to see it, but it is a 6 diff and it could be cloggy, and ideally we want to use that as our finisher. So for me, I think 3 is fine. Indiscriminate Shock, maybe you might put it up to 4, but this card is pretty cool because it gets +1 damage for each committed rival foundation. And ideally, this is the card that you want to use before you go for your Electric Jolt. Electric Jolt is probably the best attack in the deck, in my opinion, just because this is basically what's going to allow your response effect to go live, because even if this attack is completely blocked, it still deals 1 damage, and because it deals 1 damage, you're able to use your response, right? Because your charge attack has to deal damage, and then that's where the response kicks in. So this is probably like the best attack in the deck, in my opinion, because on top of that, it has committal, right? Targeted committal. You flip, commit 1 rival foundation, so that's pretty cool. Then on top of that, it already has charge, so that is 1 as well, so you can basically commit 2 foundations just off that. Then again, if it is blocked, you commit another foundation, so you just have a ton of committing going on there. And then yeah, Electric Surge, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. Obviously self-explanatory, we want to build up our momentum, right? So it synergizes there. So that's the attack lineup. For the Spramble foundations, 4 requesting assistance, 4 stronger in darkness, 4 release, 4 precise control. Already talked about plus ultra, but that's not Spramble foundation. Out of all of these Spramble foundations, I'm thinking of replacing or dropping some, I'm not sure, stronger in darkness, just because ideally you don't want to commit your Denki Kaminari, and this is if your attack is, if your character is committed, your attack gets +1 damage. Basically I just put this in here so we can have more foundations, especially for the early game. But like I said, I might be dropping this. Maybe I might keep it. Maybe I'll keep 2, just because again it's Spamble foundations, maybe up my attacks or something like that. But that's probably the card out of all the cards in the deck that I'm thinking of changing. We have release to allow us to play a little bit better on defense because again we only have 20 HP. Requesting assistance is really good because we always have momentum, so being able to ready a foundation that's not already been readied is always good, just having more cards to use. And then precise control again on the defensive end, and hence you can add it back to your hand and you could go ahead and block it. It has breaker 1. Breaker is always nice. So that is for the Spramble foundations. Now for the bulk of our other foundations, I'm running 2 uniques, 3 shock treatment, and 2 wealthy aspirations. The 3 shock treatment is because I definitely want to see shock treatment, like 100% for sure, because this card is so nutty. When you attack during your enhanced step, you can discard 1 momentum and commit one of your rival's foundations, so targeted committal. And then the second enhance, destroy it as a cost. So you destroy shock treatment, then you commit 1 rival foundation, so you can get 2 targeted committals. So that's really damn good. I think that's really strong. Of course, because that's really strong, you can only have 1 in your staging area because it's unique, but because it destroys itself with one of its effects, you can go ahead and play another one and have that in your staging area as well, right? So we definitely want to see it, but we don't want to play 4 of it because we don't want it to be too cloggy. And then wealthy aspirations, we play 2 because again it's unique. Don't want to clog up and have a whole bunch of them. But this one is pretty interesting too because you look at your momentum and you turn one of them face up. If you turn that face up, you're going to be able to use electric jolt again. You can use electric surge again. So that's pretty cool for wealthy aspirations. Obviously you have to remove it after, and then you can go ahead and play the other one as well. So those are the 2 uniques that I'm playing in the deck. In terms of the other cards, charged up, probably one of my favorite cards. Remove after your charge or stun attack deals damage. Add 1 card from your discard pile to your momentum. I mean, self-explanatory synergy, just adding more cards to your momentum for Denki Kaminari. Short circuit, this card is great on defense. It is a low block. Destroy, return this non-charge attack to its printed damage. Now of course if you're facing a rival like Momo, who also uses charge attacks or things like that, kind of sucks because she pumps up her attacks a lot. And so this would actually be good if her attack wasn't a charge, because then you can put it back to its printed damage, which is really damn good. But unfortunately, she does have charge attacks as well. I actually experienced that during my testing. So yeah, if you're facing a deck that also uses charges, this thing is almost useless in that sense. But I mean, I still think it's a good card, and it's a low block. So we play 3 of them. 3 frozen, destroy 1 foundation. Your rival commits 1 foundation. Again, it goes with our idea of wanting to commit as many foundations of our opponent. And then 2 irrefutable force of nature. Low block, commit. You can go ahead and seal one of the 3 symbols of the water, earth, and fire asset or foundation, or you can remove it and seal 1 rival asset or foundation. So again, making it a little bit more difficult for our opponent to play. So this is my deck profile version 1. Like I said, I'm not the best deck builder. I am a beginner, but I'm having a ton of fun with this deck. Like I said, I'm most likely going to be changing these. I might add some more attacks into the lineup. And again, with Denki Kaminari, he has that interesting playstyle of trying to decide when you want to be aggressive, when you want to go loopy, and just go all out, clear out your card pool, go nuts, and just try to drop Blitz Rush and try to really damage and finish off your opponent while hopefully soften them up with some of your other attacks as you're continuing to build your momentum. So yeah, that's my Denki Kaminari deck profile. Guys, if you have any suggestions, if you have any advice, please let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys think I should be building him on a different symbol or anything like that? If anybody ever wants to playtest, go ahead and let me know. I'm actually going to be making a video on Tabletop Simulator, but I'm in terms of how to set it up for deck building, and then also how to set it up for a game. But then I'm also I'm hoping to start up my own Discord community at some point, so stay tuned for that. So that will be easier for us to find games. And if you guys are like me and you're not going to have access to these cards for probably another month, because for example, I'm in Canada and we're probably not going to get our product for another month, I still want to be able to play the game. I still want to be able to test and have fun. And so I would love to have some of you guys join in, and we can all play against each other, and we can all learn and all help each other get better at the game. So with that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video and if all that sounds good to you, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future content. But most importantly, what's more important than hitting subscribe, hitting like, and leaving a comment is going plus ultra, baby. I'll catch you guys on the next video.